Day 52. This week I hit 260 days in my sobriety count in my spiritual journey, and it feels so good. Yes, I am counting the days. Hello and welcome to Dumi's Daily Grind. My name is Dumi and thank you for joining me today. I have created this channel to share my experiences, inspiration I found from others, learnings I have earned, and things I have been taught throughout various periods of my life, especially the ones related to sobriety, finding serenity, and general mental health topics with spiritual growth at the forefront. Please subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and please support the channel by becoming a Patreon. The link is available below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have had a wonderful week that I would love to record. How has your week been? What a week I have had. I started my week on a positive note, and it has remained the same throughout the week. I am truly seeing the benefits of self-care, mindfulness, taking care of my mental health, and at the same time working on my business. I am at a point now that I am expanding my presence and my awareness of self. I am getting to know my emotions and how external factors affect my mood and my personal well being on an hour to hour basis. It is quite vital to change my negative traits and the way I perceive the world and life in general. However, it is more important for me to change the way I perceive myself on a daily basis. So, what does that mean? And what do I mean by saying that? I have spoken about the importance of mindfulness various times, especially when it comes to mental, spiritual, and addiction recovery. I have read a lot of literature pertaining to this and have shared what I think was important at the time. I took an undertaking to grow a bit every day and already doing something new daily and improving by about 2%. So, as part of this undertaking, I have kept what works and got rid of what doesn't work so far. It is a slow process that I have read takes a lifetime. I have continued with dance classes, which make me feel very good. I have continued with my daily gratitude list and affirmations, although I have ceased sending them to my sponsor for some reason. I have increased the number of my recovery meetings that I attend on a weekly basis to such an extent that the personnel at the gym have provided a quiet space for me to attend my meetings while I exercise, which is absolutely fantastic. I have obviously signed up for a gym membership, and now I am at a point that I am there at least 4 times a week, doing some class or another, or doing some exercises with my dear friend or my partner. I am more present for my children and am now trying to incorporate the time I spent with my dogs. Yesterday, I attended a literature meeting where we discussed an article um, that someone in recovery has written, and we discuss how we relate to it. Yesterday's article was named The Mop Will Set You Free. I really loved listening to this reading and realized how great it feels to be of service, not only to my recovery groups, but also towards my family and most importantly, towards myself. Emotional sobriety forms part of this process and cleaning up my mind through getting rid of unhealthy habits and taking on new, healthier ones. Now, why would I spend the Friday evening drinking, partying, and eating unhealthy food instead of tidying up, listening to positive readings, eating healthy, and going to bed on time? On Thursday, I played a Winnie the Pooh bedtime story for us as we were woken up at a time as we had to attend to our little one who had a tight chest and was woken up by a coughing storm. Once he went back to sleep, we couldn't sleep, and I thought of playing something that could help us get back to bed. It was funny at first and felt ridiculous, as grown as we are, listening to bedtime stories. But next thing I know, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, feeling refreshed and well rested because I went to bed. I went back to sleep with a bedtime story. Now, imagine that. It was a new experience altogether, and I would like to try it again. My partner enjoyed it too, although he was surprised that it did, in fact, get him to sleep too and was feeling refreshed in the morning. I speak a lot about yoga and meditation on my channel and have been using YouTube and meditation apps to practice this. It felt lacking though, and I finally decided to join an actual yoga class, which is offered at my gym at no extra charge. The instructor, Tandy, was amazing. I found myself willing to do some challenging poses that I was proud of, and I was able to get my body to do things I haven't been able to do since doing gymnastics 30 years ago. I was sweating, felt the heat, and had experienced a level of relaxation afterwards that I haven't felt in a while. I am really happy to have participated and will definitely include that as part of my weekly self care routine. Once a week for now and see how it goes. I attended 3 spinning classes this week. Now, indoor cycling is not so hard when I do it by myself, but part of improving myself, I decided to join a class with a professional instructor. I thought I would listen to my body and push as hard as I can as part of a group of people who have been doing it for a long time. The instructor was aware that I was a beginner and has been very kind to me and my abilities. Now, 45 minutes of spinning is grueling. This week, I sweated so much. My entire outfit, including my underwear, was soaking wet after those classes. My butt was painful from the hard seat. My legs were shaking. I felt so much heat on my glutes, my calves, my butt, and other parts of my body that I have not felt since playing basketball years ago. It was great to know that even after years of not having hard exercise, I can complete a spinning class. So I will be doing this after work, perhaps 3 times a week, and see what happens. I have also been going to regular therapy for about a year and a half or so. And this week, we focused on emotions. I have been told for several weeks by my therapist to do emotional exercises that she has prescribed and have not been very successful at practicing this daily routine. I asked her this week what the purpose was and how exactly I am supposed to do it, as I don't really see the point of it all. Finally, we'll be able to discuss it and break it down. You see, she told me that I make decisions based on how I feel, and once I understand what I feel, I can make better decisions that I would not regret at a later stage. So, as part of self awareness, I need to record how I feel when I wake up in the morning and how I feel before I go to bed. Then understand how external circumstances change my emotional state and affect my decisions following that incident. Take note of each incident and then see how I react based on my emotions at that time. This way, I can start choosing what situation I find myself in, how I feel afterward, then decide whether that situation, that person, or that person's behavior is suitable for me and what I need to do going forward about it. I can then be in a better position to choose what is right for my emotional well being and therefore be in a better position to lay down the right kind of boundaries based on the right understanding on what I really like and what I really don't like. Now, I will be in a better position to express myself, how I feel, and understand exactly what I can change and what I cannot change. This exercise will help me live life on life's terms and accept life as it is while understanding that good and bad coexist and cannot be avoided at times. We then spoke about the Maslow hierarchy of needs and where we are as we improve on where we are within that hierarchy. The journey towards enlightenment begins there, and as the way that Maslow states it, there are 5 levels in the pyramid. From the bottom of the hierarchy upwards, which are physiological, which is food and clothing, safety, which is job and financial security, love and belonging, friendship, relationships, esteem, how I feel about myself, and self actualization, the ultimate goal that I would like to find myself in. The main reason for my journey, really. Mind altering substances have no place here, and soon enough, I will be taken off my mood stabilizing medication when we are satisfied that I can do this without the involvement of chemicals. My therapist does not like it when I call them drugs. They are called medication. And finally, I would like to talk about my relationship with my higher power, my God, my strength, my universe, my spiritual being. that thing I have handed all power to. It is the opposite of my ego. I have come to a realization that prayer and meditation bring me closer to my higher power, and I can hand over what I feel is beyond me to her. Things I cannot control, I have learned to hand over. I understand that I have to put in the work that is required for me to change, and have been doing that on a daily basis to my current capacity. This capacity changes as I learn and grow and accept change. However, what it is I cannot change, I am willing to accept and let it go. Let it go to the hands of my Most High. When it comes back to me and I try to fix it and I fail, I hand it over again and again until I am mature enough in my spiritual growth to deal with it. This process allows me more time for doing the growing. It allows me more time to improve daily and allows me more time to focus on the things that are right in front of me that I can enjoy and appreciate. It is an action that frees me from stress, anxiety, depression. See, I am no longer overwhelmed by things that are going on around me and can therefore meet my deadlines and my targets. It sounds really opposite to how I was raised to work hard, to hustle, to keep going mentally, to push until I pass out. But it actually works better. I have enough time for work, enough time for life, enough time for spiritual growth, enough time to exercise, to meditate, to pray, and to be present for my loved ones and for myself. So, what do I do with the 24 hours I have been given? I rest, I play, I work out, I exercise gratitude, I make money, I clean my environment, I take care of my mental health and my recovery, do my step work, attend recovery meetings, while having time to still do what I need to do to survive the material world. I can say today that since starting my journey that it really works, but only if I work it. I leave no room to try escape the world and my life, as I love where I am and confident with the decisions that I am making. I have no room for complacency. I have no room for negativity. I have no room to get drunk. I have no room to put myself in unnecessary, dangerous situations. And I definitely have no room for negative people who are not happy with where they are in their lives. Thank you for your time, your support, and being with me on this journey to finding serenity. If you enjoy listening to me or watching my channel, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and click on the notification bell so you can be the first to know when I release a new episode. You can also become my Patreon if you feel like it. The Patreon link is available below, or you can find me on www.patreon.com/ Dumi's Daily Grind. Now, Patreon is a membership platform that provides tools for content creators to run a subscription service. It helps us earn an income by providing rewards and perks to our subscribers. If you would like to get in touch, you can send me an email on dumisdailygrind@gmail.com. I will soon be having a website up and running where I will post articles and content that I find interesting and that you might also find interesting. If you prefer listening, you can find my podcast called Dumi's Daily Grind on popular podcasts such as Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and others. Now, until I see you next time, stay well and may your higher power shower you with blessings and keep you safe today. Let us be diligent with the work required to achieve our goals and hopefully experience serenity and peace of mind. The answers are always right in front of us and will be revealed if we truly seek them. Let us be present, conscious, and intentional in our lives and grow positively to achieve the happiness that we truly seek. Goodbye for now. I will see you next time. Lots and lots of love.